Humid noon. The brown water holds still like glass. A green anaconda loads its muscles beneath the water hyacinth. From the root-choked bank, a king cobra rears and strikes at the only opening. The surface explodes. The coil tightens. The cobra lifts just enough for a second bite. Oxygen drains. Nerve signals begin to short. We cut at the brink, lungs about to fail or muscles about to lock. Deep in the jungles of Khao Yai, Thailand, a shadow slides silently across the forest floor. It is the King Cobra, the longest venomous snake on Earth. Unlike its kin that hunt rats or frogs, this giant feeds on its own kind. A ruthless choice, yet one that crowns it as ruler of the reptile world. What secret lies behind this strange and dangerous appetite? In the rainforests of Kerala, India, the air is heavy with moisture. Cicadas buzz endlessly, hidden in the dense shadows. From a damp crevice, a giant slides into view, the King Cobra. Its body, more than 4 meters long, glides across the forest floor, every movement deliberate and silent. The forked tongue flickers, tasting the air. It is the King Cobra, through the Jacobson's organ. Each particle carries a message. For this hunter, scent is sight. Unlike its kin that hunt rats or frogs, among massive roots, a young crate slithers. It moves slowly, unaware of what lurks nearby. This giant feed, the cobra rises, hood flaring. It strikes with the speed of a spear, at one that crowns it as ruler of the reptile world. One deep bite, then it retreats, waiting. The venom does the rest. Unlike pythons that crush their prey, the cobra conserves its strength. It waits as the victim trembles, then stills. A strategy perfected over millions of years. In the rainforests of Kerala, India, the air is heavy with moisture. Cicadas buzz endless. When the rains flood Khao Yai forest in Thailand, the ground turns to mud. A large monitor lizard crawls through the dripping leaves. But just meters away, death waits. The lizard is powerful, armed with claws and sharp teeth. Yet a single bite from the cobra is enough. Crevice, a giant slit. Its venom attacks the nervous system, paralyzing muscles, silencing the lungs. Within minutes, the struggle is over. Glides across the forest floor, every movement deliberate and silent. But the king is not invincible, tasting the air. Through the Jacobson's organ, each particle carries a message. For this hunter, scent is sight. In the skies of Myanmar, the crested serpent eagle scans the canopy. Among massive roots, a young crate slithers. Few predators dare to challenge a cobra of this size. Yet from above, the attack is sudden and lethal. The cobra rises, hood flaring. It strikes with the speed. On the ground, another enemy waits. The mongoose. Small, fast, immune enough to survive a bite. These two adversaries, bird and mammal, are part of the eternal balance. Even a king must live with fear, as the victim trembles, then stills. A strategy perfected over millions of years. In the rainforests of Borneo, another secret is revealed. A female king cobra coils around her nest, turns to mud. A large monarch, she has gathered leaves, building a mound, and guards it fiercely. Weeks will pass before the eggs hatch, and she will not leave. The lizard is powerful, armed with claws and sharp teeth. Yet a single bite from the cobra is enough. Its venom attacks the nervous system, paralyzing muscles. Among snakes, this devotion is rare. Struggle is over. For her offspring, survival depends entirely on her watchful defense. Evolution has given the cobra not just power, but the instinct to protect its bloodline. Dusk falls over the red earth of Laos. The cobra's shadow stretches long across the forest floor. Eagle scans the canopy. Tonight, it does not hunt. It moves slowly, fading into the darkness. Predators dare, leaving only silence in its wake. Yet from the jungle remembers its presence. Fear lingers, even after the serpent is gone. On the ground, from Kerala to Khao Yai, from Myanmar to Borneo, the King Cobra's story is one of power, danger, and survival. These two adversaries, bird and mammal, are part of apex predator, devoted parent, vulnerable prey. Its life is a paradox. But the greatest threat does not come from eagle or mongoose. It comes from us. Roads cut through its forest. Farms replace its hunting grounds. Villages spread across its kingdom. In the rainforests of Borneo, another secret is revealed. A female king cobra coils around her nest. The throne remains, but it trembles as it fiercely. Weeks will pass before the end, and so the question lingers in the humid night air. How much longer will the jungle echo with the silent passage of the king cobra? Among snakes, this devotion is rare. For her offspring, survival depends entirely on her watchful defense. Evolution has given the cobra not just power, but the instinct to protect its bloodline. lies still, like a mirror. Suddenly, a faint ripple breaks the silence, then vanishes. Two round eyes emerge from the hyacinth's cold, unmoving. In that moment, the rainforest holds its breath. Not a stone, not a branch, but an anaconda, the dark giant of the swamps. It waits, one mistake from its prey, and the river will explode. Who will survive when this giant strikes? In the Orinoco Basin, on the border of Venezuela and Colombia, the first light of day spreads across brown-red waters. A peaceful scene unfolds. Catfish stir below, kingfishers dive like arrows. Howler monkeys call from the treetops. Yet beneath the surface, the green anaconda, the largest snake on Earth, remains motionless. Some reach 8 meters, weighing over 200 kilos. Their dark green scales, mottled with black, render them almost invisible. In rivers, marshes, and flooded forests, stillness is the ultimate weapon. They sense every shift in the water. The faint stir of a flock of whistling ducks, the splash of a peccary at the shore, nothing escapes. Anacondas don't need to hunt daily. One great meal can sustain them for weeks, even months. That is why each ambush is a razor's edge between success and starvation. Night descends. Moonlight drapes the Orinoco in silver. The snake begins to glide out from the reeds, soundless, immense. Its body coils through the dark. Then prey appears. A capybara, the world's largest rodent, steps down to drink. Ears twitch, eyes scan, muscles tense. Yet water is both sanctuary and trap. In a flash, the river erupts. The anaconda lunges, coils clamping around the capybara. The squeeze crushes its chest, stealing every breath. No venom, no fatal bite, only raw muscle. Each frantic struggle tightens the grip. Within minutes, the fight is over. In slow motion, the snake's eyes remain calm, its body relentless. Once still, the feast begins. Its jaws unhinge, stretching wide, swallowing a body larger than its own head. The process lasts hours, but this is what evolution designed it for. Yet in the Amazon, no hunt is guaranteed. Even giants face danger. In Brazil's Pantanal wetlands, another predator lurks, the black caiman. Reaching 7 meters, armed with jaws of bone-crushing power, it can challenge the anaconda itself. As the snake constricts its prey, a surge of water announces the caiman's arrival. The river churns into chaos. Two titans collide beneath the murk. The caiman snaps, searching for a grip. The anaconda coils tighter, refusing to surrender its kill. A brutal contest of power. The caiman has bite force unmatched, but the snake has flexibility in water's embrace. Minutes drag. Finally, the caiman releases, sinking back into the depths. The anaconda, still wrapped around the capybara, slips away into deeper, safer waters. Dawn returns to the Orinoco. The sky glows with amber and rose. Beneath the hyacinths, the anaconda lies still, body swollen with its hard-won prize. For weeks, it will not move, locked in slow digestion. Around it, the forest continues. The cries of monkeys, the wings of parrots, the distant bellow of caimans. Yet somewhere in the brown current, a massive shape stirs again. With muscle forged by evolution, with camouflage perfected by shadow, the green anaconda embodies survival. But in this Amazon world where jaguars, caimans, and piranhas also reign, can it truly be the undisputed master? That question lingers, like the endless whisper of the rainforest, long after the screen fades to black. Sunlight slips through the canopy as cicadas take back the forest. The only trace is unsettled mud. If the wind turns and the current runs harder, which tactic holds the edge? Who breaks away first, the biter or the constrictor?